Good kick takes Parramatta 12 yards inside St George's half. First time in the match they're in that position. Smart work by Parramatta. Continuous roar from the crowd, something that we haven't heard at every match this year. Another penalty. This is right in centre field, just outside the 25. This is the first real opportunity of the match for Parramatta to put points on the board. There it is, Brown, first attempt, straight over the black dot. Parramatta 2, St George 0. Bad mistake by Parramatta. Beath with the ball for St George. Tonga. Raper to Hawthorn, had Branson outside. Henderson. Hooker gained about 5 yards. Now here's the fourth tackle coming up. Smith to Hawthorn, having a shot at field goal. He's all right in front. And 2 points. A nice drop goal by 5'8" Hawthorn. St George 2, Parramatta 2, after 7 minutes of play in the first half.
St George giving the impression of gradually getting on top.
It's a big long kick by Thornett, but straight back to Langlands. Up towards the Parramatta 25. So St George, through the aid of that last kick by Smith, are right back in the same position with 3 tackles to go. Tonga going hard, has support. Tonga will score. He's over. That's a nice try by the big Fijian forward. St George leading now by 5 points to 2. A try to Tonga after 21 minutes of play in the first half. St George 5, Parramatta 2. Things starting to warm up a bit with Lynch having a run. And there's McMartin, as you see, with no number on his back at dummy half. Thornett's kick taken well by Langlands right on the halfway line. Langlands almost through the entire Parramatta pack. Should be a penalty against that. There will be. Dangerous tackle. And Parramatta supporters not liking it too much. I don't say that Graham Langlands would have liked the tackle too much himself, but 2 more points could be the outcome.
Yes, it was. I must be quite honest, with the tackle like that, I felt, whilst they were penalised, I felt that the player, Langlands, ran into the 2 players. He was picked up immediately. It wasn't as though that they stopped him and then lifted him up. He went up in the air, and whilst it is a dangerous tackle, sometimes the impetus of players running into each other, timing, this does occur. And I think it's a pretty stiff penalty myself in this particular case.
Well, Langlands after revenge. He's inside the 25. Here's the kick. 2 points. St George 9, Parramatta 2. We've had 4 minutes in the second half.
As I was saying earlier, Parramatta not looking good at all, and most disappointing today. When they have pushed it out along their backs in the second half, but they've been found wanting.
Langlands in from fullback. Langlands. Preston could go in. Preston will score.
And it looked as though Tursky would have been able to take that and keep it in play, but it just bypassed Tursky, and on the sideline it went.
Trevor, that's the strength of this breeze blowing across field. It can do anything to the ball. Now here's a good run. Beath almost through. Beath, he's over. That's a try. No try. No try. The ball held on the chest. And Beath not at all happy about it. Smith. Good passing by the St George players. Tonga, right on the Parramatta 25. Raper. Preston. Over. Brandon. Nice try to Brenton.
There was ample opportunity for it to be out along the back line.
Well, forwards running everywhere, but no one seems to quite know what's going on, especially the Parramatta players. Lynch on the halfway. McMartin, taken by Tonga. Thornett trying an up and under this time. Bounce favouring Parramatta on the way to the line. Rushworth should score. Nice try to Rushworth. A good kick by Thornett. 3 points to Parramatta. And the score's now St George 19, Parramatta 5. Well, Parramatta seem to have that ball all but won. That's where a good prop forward comes in valuable. Tonga on the blind side. Brenton inside. Here's Brenton. Good tackle by Tursky again. Smith. Bowen. Branson. Long one out to King. A bad pass. Taken by Irvine. And some exciting moments of play for the crowd. Knock back, Beath. One tackle to go. Henderson, Wittenberg, he's going to try and crash over. And a double movement ruled. Double movement ruled. Penalty against Wittenberg to go to Parramatta. One last tackle to go. We might see Thornett kick. No, Lynch going for a run. Thornett losing the ball. St George with it. Beath. Raper to Smith. Raper at dummy half. Tonga. Beath going along the touchline. Plenty of pace. He's over. Second kick taken by Henderson. Raper. Smith to Branson. Raper's through. Nice gap he's found. Brenton will go in. His second try. A number of times he's allowed too much. Swinging in. That's over. Great kick by Langlands. St George 27, Parramatta 7. Rushworth. It's a nice gap. Rushworth coming through, so too is Tursky. Smith, too much pace. Smith will play it for St George, close to his own line. King having to run it out. No forwards there. Good work by the winger too. Doing the forward job, gains about 15 yards. Tonga. You might say that this man makes quite an impact when he gets the ball. Preston. Great. Langland's inside. Beat flashing up there. That's Bowen. Going for the corner. This should be in. That's a nice try. Another kick-off by Wilson, taken by Tonga. Two of the forwards showing their dislike of each other in the moment, but play goes on. And there it is, all over, the full-time siren going. St George winning by 32 points to 7. St George 32, Parramatta 7. For St George, 2 tries each to Brenton and Beath, 1 each to Preston and Tonga. Langland 6 goals and Hawthorn a field goal. For Parramatta, a try to Rushworth, 2 goals to Brown. St George 32, Parramatta 7, in a very important match with the final 4 to come into consideration. Our rugby league match of the day from the Sydney Cricket Ground.